Take a sip of some drink here. All right, let's do it.
Hi, this is Abdul Hussain coming to you direct from London, the United Kingdom, and welcome to another episode of the SMMA Mastermind podcast. And if you are watching this interview outside of our Facebook group, please find the link above or below this video or go to smmamastermind.com, especially if you're looking to start or scale a digital marketing agency. Now, with that out of the way, I have a very special guest with me. He is an OG, OG as in from the Warrior Forum days. He is a leader in the digital marketing industry, and he has been working with entrepreneurs, startups, businesses, and even he's spoken at many business events across the world, whether it be London or Shanghai. He's also the founder of the Internet Marketing Training Center and has worked with hundreds of entrepreneurs and digital marketers across the globe. With that, James Hickey, welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks for having me. It's good to connect with you on LinkedIn.
Well, yeah, exactly. I mean, even though we've kind of brushed past each other on the Warrior Forum, we actually connected and we spoke for the very first time on LinkedIn. Now, for the people who don't know who you are, how about a little bit of an introduction into how you got into the digital marketing space?
Okay, very good, very good. I've been a serial entrepreneur my whole life. I never went to college. Straight out of high school, I just started making money, and I was just like, let's go. But I ended up moving to California. I grew up in the East Coast, and I moved to California, and I got a job working at a gas station. And then a few months into it, they promoted me to like a manager. And then at age 23, and by the time at age 28, I bought my first gas station. And by the time I was age 35, I had 6 gas stations, 5 in San Diego and 1 in Lake Tahoe. So that was, honestly, I didn't know what I was doing. School of Hard Knocks, business, no business classes. I was just winging it, but I was learning from other people along the way. And then one day I got a parting gift from this financial company. It was the E-Myth by Michael Gerber.
Oh yeah.
I suggest everyone read that book, especially the first couple of paragraphs, first couple of chapters. And I'm reading this book by the pool, Key West, Florida, and I realized I was an entrepreneur, and I could barely even spell the word. But once that clicked in on, how did that explain? How did I go from 1 gas station to 6 gas stations in several years? This is how my mind thought. So in the 2000s, I started embracing that entrepreneurship, and I was doing an online radio show. It was mostly about San Diego nightlife, clubs, and events. But I had a website. I had it was before it was even called podcast. We were doing it off of MySpace, believe it or not. I am an OG, by the way. We're going with this. But then when I semi-gracefully got out of the gas station business after 18 years, I needed a new career. So I searched online, and I searched, start internet business, earn money online, internet business, and came across a company called Carbon Copy Pro. And they were around in the early days. Now they split off, the 2 guys, Jay Kubizak and Aaron Parkinson. They're doing separate things, both very well. And six-figure mentors is what Jay's doing now with Stuart Ross. And Aaron Parkinson's got his own agency in Canada. Pretty sure that's where he's at. But what happened was I started learning digital internet marketing from them in 2007, early 2007, 8. And I just loved it. I was like a sponge soaking it up. So I was working with their program as an affiliate, selling their courses and learning along the way on how to do Google AdWords and blogging and videos and sales funnels. This is back in landing pages, 2008. And then being an ex-business owner for 18 years, a light bulb went off in my head. I'm like, I should probably help my girlfriend. She's a real estate agent. Let me apply these strategies to her. And I ended up making her the top agent in her office. Nice. 2 of her agents came to me, like, your boyfriend Jim, I was Jim back then, boyfriend Jim, what is he doing? Can we pay Jim? So I was like, I don't know. So I went like $750 a month. Then I had 2 clients. Then her boss came to me, 60 agents. And he goes, how much to run that? I went $4,000 a month. So in a matter of like 3 weeks, I was, at $5,500 a month. And that's when the light bulb really went off. I was like, I have a new career. I'm going to start a marketing agency. So that's really how I got into it. Was I went through a sales funnel. I found someone, I found a coach, I found a mentor, I found a team of like-minded people, and they helped me feel strong in my skills and my learning. And I remember just going in there, like at first when I was a little embarrassed about, what are you doing now? You don't have gas stations. I'll be like, hey, internet marketer, But once I got to the level and the mindset and the confidence, then I puffed my chest out and I go, what do you do? I go digital marketing, internet marketing. I generate leads for businesses that have websites. And then I just shut up, and then the clients just fly in. So that's kind of how I got into the digital marketing space in 2008.
That's an awesome story, because you started in 2008, 12 years down the line. You've worked with, it's been a while. You've worked with quite a few entrepreneurs on the training side as well. So are you primarily working with kind of entrepreneurs and small business clients, or is your training business your main, I suppose, bread and butter?
Well, I'll tell you, I've evolved and I've morphed into certain things along the way. What happened is in the 2011, I was a social media startup agency here in San Diego, hired me to work for them to manage all their accounts. And I remember when they came into my office, these two guys, they're like, well, we want you to work for us. We're starting a startup agency, we'll offer you a position. And I don't know what happened. My mouth just went, I'm an entrepreneur. I don't work for other people. And I just couldn't believe I said it. I was just like, wow, this is 3 years now into, becoming an internet entrepreneur. And the guy, head of the company, he goes, name your own pay, name your own title, name your own hours. Then the light bulb went on my head and I go, you know what? And ended up 4 hours a day, $7,000 a month. And I wanted to be called a creative director.
Nice.
So that's how I kind of landed that. And then I called my coach and mentor, Jay, and I told him just the story I told you. And he's like, well, you're training 6 to 8 people in this agency. Why don't you just create a course and train people globally? So that's how in 2011, I created the Internet Marketing Training Center. So I've been running that for years, and then also working with that startup company. And in 2015, 16, they went into more mobile apps and medical stuff. So I was kind of back on my own again as my own agency. So the last several years, I have had my own digital marketing agency. I work with startup companies. I've worked with many startups, help them from zero to hero. I've worked with big chains. I had 200 Massage Envy locations that I managed their marketing on, 46 steakhouses and I had a team of people that I ran all the strategy, and I had a team of people to do the work with that. And then at the end of last year, 2019, I started seeing all these digital marketing training courses come on to in my newsfeed. And I'm like, all right, I was already doing this. I kind of let my Internet Marketing Training Center, didn't focus on it as much. So then I bought a couple of these other people's courses. I want to see, maybe I can learn something, maybe I'll see what's out there. And I bought 3 different ones who were claiming to train digital marketing. And I watched their training, and it was so, so bad. I'm not going to name names, but it was just so rookie league. It was no good training. So that got me to relaunch my digital marketing training center, because that's the new buzzword, is digital.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I launched that soft launch at the end of last year, and I'm still in the soft launch stage of it right now. So the 2 things I'm doing now is I still have a couple startups and business owners that I do some high-end consulting on, and the rest of my time is a scalable digital product where I sell them a digital product, and then I can help them with some group coaching or even some one-on-one coaching, and you get me direct in a top ticket system.
Awesome. And you've touched upon this kind of industry of courses, which has existed for a very long time. I suppose from a Warrior Forum background, we know what special offers were. But now you've got Warrior special offers, if you like, that used to be sold for $7 before at $9.97. And the quality of the content often isn't great. I mean, so you've been through a couple of courses. What do you find is missing from most of the content, most of the training material out there on the market right now?
Great, that's a great question. And what I found is, and this is how it's been evolving, and especially during this this COVID stage that we're dealing with now. It's what, September, early September 2020. In case people are watching this as a replay down the road, you know why I'm saying this. Is people are looking for more like connection, whether it's through a live meeting in person, which not that many of, but a Zoom meeting. They're looking for some group coaching, a community coaching. And I think that people that just buy a training, a digital product, most of them won't even go through the videos. And I hate to admit this, but about a third of the people that have bought my courses over the years have never even logged into the platform.
Wow.
Because it's just, maybe it's overwhelming to them and it's too much for them. So I feel the shift now is to get on a Facebook Live, get on a Zoom meeting live, talk to someone direct. And I think that's what was missing, and that's what we need to do now to grow whatever your business is. Whoever's listening to this, you could be another agency like me. You could have your own consulting business for health and wellness, whatever you're doing. You need to get it off the buy my digital stuff, I don't want to talk to anybody, to let's do some weekly group meetings. Like today, every Wednesday at 5 o'clock, I have an entrepreneurs group on Facebook, and I do a 1 hour Facebook Live, or I do a training, and then I take questions, and I interact with these people to show them a real person I can really help. And I'm not just trying to sell them something to make money. I'm here to help them grow. So I've found giving a lot of content, giving away a lot of free content, building trust with someone, then the people who really want to take it to the next level can move into maybe buying a course or becoming a one-on-one or a coaching group client.
Great. Now, a lot of what you've just said makes total sense, that people are stuck at home, they're slightly isolated, you know, they need that connection, especially if you're under lockdown somewhere in the world, where you can't just rely on people going off, reading a book or watching a video. They want that human interaction more than, you know, they've ever wanted, I suppose. Now, a lot of people watching this are going to be kind of startup agencies, or they want to start an agency because, you know, that's the that's the zeitgeist, if you like. You know, that's the most popular thing to do. Someone who's looking to build some sort of a digital business. There's quite a lot of courses around that out there right now. Now, they don't know how to do digital marketing, so they can pick up clients, they can do the prospecting, but when they try to kind of look at fulfilling the service, they need to go to like another agency, like a white label partner, or hire a contractor from somewhere else in the world. You know, what would you advise those people in terms of how they can actually learn digital marketing themselves, so that they don't get ripped off by a contractor because they don't know how digital marketing really works?
Is this a loaded question here? Because I would say just, you know, go through my training center and then.
Well, yeah, write me the check and you can answer that.
That seemed like a softball tee right there, but knock that one out of the park. No, if you don't have to, you know, it's not what I'm here to talk about. I would say you need to, if you're trying to do it that way, you're just looking for a get rich quick scheme, and there's no stability there. You need
and many
to,
are.
You need
many
to
actually.
you need to educate yourself in whether you take Google's classes, which I've gone through, Google certified, Hootsuite's got classes, Facebook's got training. You need to educate yourself like you're going to an internet college or school, however you do it, whether you go to college, and there's internet colleges out there that are showing stuff from last year. But that you need to educate yourself, because, and then you can educate yourself and maybe take on 1 or 2 clients yourself just to get your feet wet to understand it. Then you can start to outsource to people, because you know how to kill that outsourced person accountable. If you don't know how to do that, you're just wasting everyone's time. You're wasting your client's money. You're not going to have a repeat client. I mean, I have clients 8 years now, 4 years, and 3 years that have stuck with me. So I don't need to get that many more clients, because I've already got a good base, because I've been practicing what I preach.
No, that makes total sense. And I mean, the market is rampant with people who are looking for an outsourcer. You simply won't believe it if you go to some of these Facebook groups. Now, you've mentioned picking up clients and then obviously kind of doing a trial run and all of that. On the other side of the spectrum, you've got people who are struggling to pick up clients for their agency, for their freelance business.
Yeah.
How would you recommend, because they're trying to do cold emailing, cold calling, what has worked for you in terms of picking up clients in the past?
Well, the first thing you want to do if you are become a digital marketing agency is you need to become your own client. So you need to treat yourself like you're a client. So whatever you're doing, you have to have a brand, you have to have a logo, you have to have a website, you have to have a social media following, you have to build up a Yelp page, a Google page, reputation management. You need to build that up at a high level, because people now will do their due diligence before they hire you. So I'm not saying it's impossible, just saying, hey, if you don't have that in place, but you can. I had to start somewhere, and the people that I've trained and coached, they all had to start somewhere. So you start with your LinkedIn profile, your company page, maybe take on a couple clients pro bono, build a resume, and then build out that way. And then the outsourcing part of it, I feel you definitely, you can only take on so much work unless you want to have an agency. But you asked on how to find clients. Now, in the past, I've used what's called attraction marketing, which is I've built up a social media following over 200,000 people, probably 250
Wow.
or 300,000. So people find me because I've put myself out there all over the web. When you search to find me, you're searching for people that find me that way. And then I was talking about being your own client first. And then you also don't want to try to find business owners. They're getting hit by a lot of different ways. Everyone's trying to sell them the latest, greatest gadget or cool, tool or app or something like that. So you need to build a trust or a brand with this business owner. Maybe offer them the first month for free. Even though it sounds like that's crazy, you do 1 or 2 months for free, and then they see some results from the effort you're doing. It's a lot easier to get paid. And that's if you're just starting out. If you're established and you don't have a lot of different ways, then you need to go back to running some paid ads, running some Facebook ads for your business, hit business owners only, Instagram ads, free report, free analysis, offer business owners that. And then there's also a lot of networking groups you can join. So whether there's groups on LinkedIn, and that's LinkedIn Premium is a great way to find your client. But you need to know who that client is. You need to know who your avatar is. You might have a certain niche of people that you work with, or you might have a very vast net like me, where I can work with anyone just because of my years of experience. I've worked in almost every space.
Mm-hmm. Now you've touched on something that has really piqued my interest.
Yeah.
Attraction marketing and getting 250,000 eyeballs, on your content. I mean, how did that come about for you? What were you actually doing to, I suppose, attract people, attract prospects to you?
I would put out content. I would put out videos, blogs, live events. I've also very well branded here in San Diego. And actually I have inside of my digital marketing training center, there's 3 products, there's 3 courses. One's a digital marketing training center. One is a consultant's course if you want to become a consultant. And the other one is how to become a top influencer in your community. So what I've done is I lay out 24 modules on how to become a top influencer. And that's what I did. I would network, this is, like I said, before the COVID things. You can still do it now, and we're slowly coming back. But I would go to business meetings and network meetings, and I'd find out who they are, and I would connect with them, and I would add them to my database and build your email list. So say if you have an email list of 10,000 people, invite your email list to follow you on social platforms. So I've built it. I haven't used any cheating or tools or anything. It's just built through creating good content, and then kind of, like networking. So then, you know, for example, say on Instagram, say I want to follow people that like Frank Kern. I will go to Frank Kern's Instagram. Hi, Frank, by the way. I know. And I'll follow a lot of his followers because I know they're like-minded people.
Mm.
So you want to build your audience. Don't just try to add every Yahoo out there. Find out where say you have a niche of gym owners. Go to a gym owner page on Instagram and follow all the gym owners that follow this page. And then you'll have a better return of people following you back because you're following people that are in a like mindset. Instead of following some, you know, teenage girl that likes Britney Spears, she's never gonna buy from you. Find your right people, follow their followers, put out good content.
Right, that's a great couple of tips, I suppose, and you've given some practical steps that someone could do. I mean, I'm going to go follow Frank Kern on Instagram now. Right, I mean, you've been in this space for a long time now, you know, and you know, as you alluded to it, we used to call it internet marketing, and now it's called digital marketing. 10 years down the line, it's going to be called something else. You know, how has the digital marketing space evolved over the last decade in terms of the tools available at our disposal? And, you know, I mean, how do you see it changing post the pandemic?
Two great questions. The way it's evolved in the last 5 years, I would say, is it's become so much easier to build something, whether it's a website using Wix or Weebly or Squarespace or WordPress. You don't have to be a web designer right now. I can build a web page in 30 minutes now if you give me a couple photos and some content, and have it live on the web ranking tomorrow on the first page of Google under some keywords. So the software tools are just amazing that are out there right now. There's automation tools like Hootsuite and Buffer. And then there's landing page and software, ClickFunnels, of course, lead pages, and I use Kartra. And Kartra is actually, I think Frank Kern actually is part of that or helped them develop it, but they're here in San Diego as well. And that's what my site's on. I've got a membership site on there. I've got an email built into there. I've got landing pages built into there and affiliate program built into there. And everything's all in there. And it's just for it's $99 a month. I mean, that was impossible 5 years ago. So you want to leverage all the tools that are out there. It makes our job so much easier by leveraging all the tools. And then you're talking about what the second question was coming out of the post-COVID.
Yeah.
I would say continue to, along what I was saying before, to build your social following, get on all the top social media sites, whether it's Google business page for your business, the Yelp page, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Have all those are the top 6 or 7 right there. Have a blog page, have a YouTube channel, have all these assets, because you never know where someone's going to find you from. And then you can cross promote your assets. I put my YouTube videos on LinkedIn. I put my LinkedIn profile on my Facebook and say, follow me on LinkedIn. I cross promote with my networks. And the biggest thing right now that's huge is the Facebook groups. So I luckily, I'm early adopter here. I created my entrepreneurs group about 8 years ago, but now the groups are community groups, but I have over 50,000 in my one entrepreneurs group. And then I have a San Diego networking and events group, 28,000 people. And I only let in people that are from San Diego. And here's another tip or nugget is when they join your group, ask them for their email address. So when you join my entrepreneurs group, I said, would you like a free 10-step report that every blueprint that every business must have? Give me your email address. So I'm getting lead gen. I'm getting 15 to 25 leads a day on entrepreneurs group.
Wow.
San Diego group, I'm working with a local guy here. He's actually was like a club promoter guy, but he realized his days are over. So he's a mover and shaker. So we're going to do sdconnect.org. It's not live now. I mean, you can go look at it. It's just like a landing page, but in my San Diego group, I'm like, hey, welcome to San Diego Networking Events. Would you like to hear about upcoming events with sdconnect.org? Let me get your email address. So I've got a couple hundred email addresses I've been doing this last 3 weeks with the strategy I'm telling you here. So I'm using Facebook groups to build my email list, to build trust and confidence. So that would be something you could do. And whatever your business is, don't create a group with your business name on it. Create a group that's about your business. Say you're in the jewelry business. Maybe create a group that people who love diamonds or something, you know, and have it go crazy with people who love diamonds. And then guess who owns a group, moderates a group, runs a group? You.
Yeah.
Total control.
Oh, that's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. You know, James, I wish I could have you here for hours and hours, because the more you're speaking, right, the more gems you're dropping. And, you know, we have actually run out of time, which is a shame, but I would love to get you back on sometime soon. Now, for the people who want to connect with you, who want to find out more about you, who want to learn from you, where's the best place for them to find you?
Well, there's several. I'm everywhere. So you can Google James Hickey San Diego, and I'll dominate the whole page. And then you can pick which platform you want to find me on. If you want to go from a consulting strategy, jmhmarketinggroup.com. It's my initials, James Michael Hickey, marketinggroup.com. And then the Digital Marketing Training Center that has all my courses in it is the Digital Marketing Training Center, but it's a .net. Couldn't get the .com for some reasons, but the .net ranks pretty well and works great for me. So those would be the two ways. Or find me on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram. My handle on all my platforms is SD Entrepreneur. I know how to spell it now. So at SD Entrepreneur on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter, Facebook, you know, Periscope, where else? Snapchat, TikTok. I could keep going.
Oh, you are on TikTok, are you?
Yeah, I'm on all those. I don't dance, but you know, but I have fun. I live in the heart of San Diego. It's a beautiful city, a lot of nightlife, a lot of fun things to do here. So I'm always out having fun. So don't judge me. Just like my post. Just like my post.
Awesome, absolutely love it. You know, simple answer. You want to find me? Google me. On that note,
check it out. I dare anyone. Then you'll have your choice of which platform you want to message me on and say, hey, you know, I saw you with Abdul and I'd like to talk to you about marketing or something. And yeah, let's talk. I do a free 30-minute consultation to anybody that wants to talk to me. So let's talk.
Awesome.
Let's talk business.
Awesome. Brilliant. On that note, James Hickey, thank you very much for your time.
Sure. Peace. Thank you. Bye for now.